first of spring. Every new has an end, every end will begin. For all I've seen, all I've been, all I am is a seed in the wind. When I touch solid ground, roots to grow and begin.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ava Raiin. We're out here in Dumbo at Brooklyn Bridge Park, and this is Theorematic. I don't know, it might sound a little like cheesy or cliche, but honestly, it's almost like it chose me from a very young age. Like I just kind of came out like singing. For as long as I can remember, I always sang. It was just what I always wanted to do. Like I wanted to listen to the radio. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so like back when cassette tapes were popping. So I was like record myself on the singing over like my favorite songs on the radio and just like singing around the house. It was just always what I like to do naturally. And something I always thought out, like the older I got, like every school I went to, I found a choir. And then it was just kind of like a no-brainer for me. When I became an adult, after I graduated college, I was like, okay, like what's the next thing for me to do? How can I keep singing? And I moved to New York to find more opportunities, I guess, to sing.
Seasons come and seasons go, I weather through the cold of winter, longing for the sun.
I kind of thought it out, and it took me a while to find my own sound. I would say it took me about maybe like 7 years to find it. I knew that I wanted something that reflected my personality and like my natural essence. So I'm kind of all over the place naturally. Like I love, like my foundation is R&B soul for like vocals. But then as far as production, what I like to listen to like a little more experimental, more electronic, ambient sounding music, some rock. I'm kind of all over the place. So I wanted a sound that kind of captured all of that in one place. And I knew that I had to have the bumping beats. I knew I had to have like some crappy sounds, but then I wanted to have some guitars, and I wanted to have some synths, and I wanted to have some industrial sounds to kind of reflect like my edgy side, or my like, I have like a slight like tomboyness to my personality from like doing sports and stuff like that, and also being raised by my dad a lot. So I wanted to just bring all of those different like quirks of my personality into my music and everything that I like to listen to. So it took a while, but I was introduced to this producer named David Cisco through a friend of mine, and I talked to him probably for like 11 months before we actually started recording my record. He's like a music doctor. Like he's like, so what are you listening to? Like, how does this make you feel? And like went through like my whole history of just like everything that I like to listen to in the past and present. And he was like, I think I got it. And then he presented me with some samples, and it was like spot on. Like I knew right away when I heard what he had come up with that it was. So I've done a little bit of both. For this particular project, I wrote with the music. So we had we had come up with the concept for the album ahead of time. And so I think that was helpful for him coming up with the production. And so he presented certain items, certain songs to me, and I was like, oh, okay, this sounds good with this concept that we talked about, or with this theme that we talked about. So then I would take it, and then I would write my lyrics. I would get like the main points down, and then I would present it to him, and then he would fine-tune it and fine-tune it and fine-tune it. And he just kind of like would go back and forth with the lyrics and the fine-tuning of the production. And so we knew it was there. Like sometimes it would take a couple weeks. Sometimes it would take a couple years. But when we knew it was right, like we felt that it was right, we could leave it alone at that point. But it's all about like the feelings for me.
Feelings tangled.
Okay, so yeah, so the album, my debut self-titled album called Ava Raiin came out on August 18th. It was a labor of love. It is a collection of songs touching on stories from my life and just of me becoming, like growing into a woman, and just sort of figuring things out, figuring life out, figuring out how to be in this world as a woman that has come from an unconventional background. My father lived an alternative lifestyle. I was a little bit sheltered, and so this is me sort of like coming out and learning how to love and live life in the real world. And the album is just sort of like touching on experiences and like lessons. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The themes range from love, learning how to love, failing at love, abusing love, you know, to being in this crazy city and trying to keep my head on straight and not get sucked into temptation. There's a lot of different themes. And yeah, it took me a while. It took me a few years to finish the project. But it was fine. I wasn't in any hurry or anything like that. I was happy to take my time. I enjoyed the process very much of this project. Hopefully the next one won't take me quite as long. But yeah, so like I said, we fine-tuned the tracks and the lyrics. And I actually co-wrote the songs with my best friend, Spin. And yeah, it's been a magical experience. I don't really know what it has. It really has been. Like when I listen to these tracks, I just think, wow.
Sacrifice for a little taste.
Well, I've been very fortunate over the last several years. I've had some pretty cool experiences singing backing vocals and touring with some pretty awesome, amazing artists, and their fans have sort of become fans of mine, which has been cool. And you know, social media is just a world of its own, and on there I've been able to meet new fans and followers and stuff like that, and they've just sort of been like waiting, you know, like watching me tour with all these other people, and like, so like, when is your music coming out? Like, what's going on with the music? Always checking in with me. So now that it's finally out, they're excited and they're, you know, supporting it, and they're telling their friends about it, and they're sharing it. So really, it's just been more of like an organic, just natural process, and just, you know, building these fans over the years by my, you know, just working, singing these backing vocals, and, you know, them riding with me after it's out and telling their people. So, yeah, kind of cool.
You say I'm overreacting, and if I climb out the window, there's love on the end of your tongue.
I've been able to connect with a lot of sisters just because of my hair, which I think is amazing. I love that we're able to connect in that way and, like, you know, admire each other and show love and just be proud of, like, who we are and our heritage. I'm happy that it's bringing us all together and like, you know, helping our confidence and helping us just, like, be fearless and be ourselves. So I love it. I love connecting with people in that way. I love, like, talking hair and, like, hair regimens and products with people. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's been really cool. Who would have thought?
Yeah. With the visual world.
Yeah. I'm just having fun with it, honestly. It's just like, I never know what it's going to do on any given day. So I just, just have fun with it.
Waking up, pain at night, missing us.
I'm just a person. I'm just me. And I'm all about, like, just being, just be yourself. No fear, live the life that you want to live because you only get one. And just be uniquely yourself and go hard. And love. Do everything from a place of love. That's pretty much it. I feel like I have an amazing opportunity to do what I love and to inspire people to do the same and live their best lives. I didn't always have that, so now that I do have it, I just want to share it and empower other people to do the same. I feel like, a lot of us like put chains on ourselves, whether it's like, because of our professions or, our families or like what people think. And I'm just here. I feel like the older I get, the more like I'm just stepping out into my own. And it just feels really, really good. And I just want everybody to have that experience. I feel like that's what life is all about.
But for now, you can find me underneath the stars, underneath the stars, without a care, not a worry, underneath the stars, underneath the stars, counting billows. Underneath the stars, building castles. Underneath the stars, underneath the stars, the stars, the stars. The world reflects the eye. Underneath the stars, the stars, the stars. No matter who you are, you are. Underneath the, just as sure, bright as rain, blue skies open and close up again. We all searching for constant, the only constant is change. For all I've seen, all I've been, all I am is a seed in the wind. When I touch solid ground, roots to grow and begin. Is there anyone